Let's have a quick overview of the Chromatone Touchme experience code base and the repository. So here's the repository, and here is the contents of it. And yeah, we have the README file where we have the links to the authors, then the instructions how to start, how to play the app, and then some parameters that are available for user to play with, the quantize, offset, and all other buttons that are available here and here and here. And then we have the JS stack for those who want to contribute or support or maintain the repository. So yeah, we have the web MIDI JS. It's used for working with MIDI inside the browsers. Tone.js makes us generate audio and effects. Main JavaScript framework is Vue 3 with Vite build tool with Vue use utility functions and some helpers to have the icons easily imported to the project. And also I use Pug and Windy CSS for more short code that I write when I write components. And yeah, here is the project structure. Let's look at it right here. So we have the public folder that has everything that will be just copied to the distributive folder. So these will be uploaded to your final destination, and it has a favorite icon, a CNAME for the name on the GitHub pages, and the index HTML with all the scripts and styles, and here is where everything is built finally. Here is the public folder and the source folder that encompasses all the sources. But besides it, there is a regular git ignore file to ignore some of files that shouldn't be loaded to the GitHub. The deploy script that deploys the dist folder to the GitHub pages branch of the repository, so we can have the experience at GitHub hosted. Yeah, the index HTML that will be processed, the package JSON that has all the packages installed for the client side and for the development, and yeah, the Vite config that configures all the plugins that are used, like the aliases that use its tilde sign to import from certain paths inside the source folder, and also auto imported components, auto imported pages. Will go through them because these are the scenes that are swapped here. So every scene, you see, it changes the route, and it's loading scenes from the folder source scenes. So any scene that will be here, just a file, a view component, will be available to select here instantly. So it's very extendable app. Anyone can add a scene here. Let's look inside the scene and how it's built. So we have these many scripts imported to the app, and yeah, we have the synth. Here we have you know, the scenes imported from the pages. So these are the scenes, and we can just iterate over them and get the random scene like here. The main thing is that we have here is the component that is written with Windy and Pug, so it's just CSS classes that are really easy to read and write and very compact, and the Pug language that makes it look like this. It's really shorter than writing plain HTML with all those closing tags and so on. So the main scene is here. It's an SVG file that has the router view. So it's just empty. It has a gray this rectangle just, and that's it. And everything else is loaded from the router. So these scenes are loaded inside the SVG file, and also there are scene stats and some additional classes, but the main thing is that so we have the SVG and the routes load into it. And let's take for example stats. So we have regular SVG code written in Pug and Windy. So we have the groups that just iterate over 10 rows, and here we generate 10 rows of by 12 rectangles with these coordinates, with sizes and colors, and they are quite reactive, as you see. And yeah, they are reactive to what things? Here is the use scene script. So we just import the use scene and we get the width and height that we can use inside our scene. So we divide the scene by some numbers and always in the boundaries of the SVG. And also we have the MIDI and we have the pitch color, for example, that gets a note pitch from 0 to 11 and returns the color from red to red again, but through all the 12 colors that we need. And the MIDI script is the most powerful, because any note coming from any MIDI input will produce a MIDI note, a property of the MIDI object that will have a pitch, that will have an attack, that will have a duration, and the scripts are here in use folder. And MIDI is quite complex script, but the main thing that you should know that there is the reactive object with so many useful things like total. We have total hits, total durations, total durations of notes, please, the hits of every note, like in an array of 12 notes, and durations, and so on. And these parameters are expandable, and also they are usable in our visualizations, because we can just grab a MIDI note pitch, and take and have the color, and the attack changing from 0 to 1 will be the saturation or opacity of this color. And we can use it for transforming, for scaling, rotating, many other things. I hope the syntax is nice to read, as it's nice to write and read for me, but if it's hard, we always can just convert it into regular SVG syntax, and VS Code is very helpful in this. So if you have VS Code, you should have all the needed Volar extensions. This extension that will help you navigate all the code easily and with autocomplete and other great developer features. And also I have I don't remember how it's called, but these easy buttons to find, and they are just running the scripts inside the package.json. So we have the dev server, like we run npm run dev, and here is the dev server, and also we have the build button build script here, vit build, and yeah, here are the final results, just for less than 500 kilobytes of JavaScript code that's built into the dist folder. It's here. Yeah, it's minimized. It's quite efficient. It already knows how to work with MIDI, how to generate sound, and everything like this. All the application is here. It's fantastic. Yeah, we can check if everything's working fine with the serve that command that will serve the already built application, and the deploy script will just upload everything to the GitHub pages. It should need a token, and you should configure it for yourself if you want to upload the directory to the the build app to your own GitHub pages. And here is the short instructions about how to do it for your own GitHub pages account. You should always use documentation if you have any questions, but I hope these instructions may help you deploy your version of the script at your subdomain or even custom domain name on the web. So yeah, there is pretty much it. We can dive deeper into the nodes and how it's done, and yeah, I really appreciate the views library that makes us control the storage, control the keyboard, so we can create the nice keyboard playing music without any MIDI device, and so on. There is much to explore, and also the synth that is quite configurable, and yeah, we have the controls to change the waveform and the octave offset and the quantize, but there is much more to change and to play with, given the ADSR curve, and also the reverb time, and the feedback delay, maybe delay time, and other parameters, and they are controllable. And these structure is extendable, that we can use other Tone.js tools to manipulate sound, and they are quite powerful. There is so much to explore, like AutoWare or Beat Crusher or some other nice effects, or measure the signal, or multiply or subtract signals, and so on, and even record everything that's played and play it back. I think it's future. It should be updated in future. I have some plans for audio recording inside the app, and other roadmap things that we can find just here on the bottom of the README MD. Yeah, I have created some instructions on how to run your version, how to build it, and how to create scenes if you want to create scenes. I think it's quite fun to explore the possibilities of interactive vector graphics with MIDI and with audio, and yeah, it's quite a creative space for everyone to explore. And yeah, if any questions will arise, I will be happy to answer them. But for now, that's it. Yeah, see ya. Bye.